Welcome to Banished. We'll continue working on our little village here. Let's go ahead and get started. I realized I made a mistake in my earlier planning, so let's pause while I take care of that, because I believe that my school is going to be right there. Yep. And that is not where it should be. So now we're going to have to get rid of roads. I forgot to put down my row of houses there. Which then means that I will have to get rid of these roads. Fantastic. That was a bummer that occurred. Oop, and then I don't want those. Nope, don't build these. Okay. So then now I would put in my school. See now how nicer it is to try and place these things when you don't have all of that stuff there. Okay, I don't really need to place you because I know that it goes like this. We're going to pause that. And now we'll work on our forestry. Our forester complex. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. So we'll put a barn here, or we won't. But normally we do. We're a little messed up because, you know, we've got to put our cemetery there. But you know what? Maybe I do my cemetery differently. But I'd have to come in and tear up all the roads there. All right. For my anchor point. What we do know is that our complex is going to be here. And we want this to kind of be like right there. Okay, we'll pause that. Now it's going to be a while before we actually build that gather set, but I'm leaving it here on the screen and activate it so we can see what the radius is, and it helps lay out our roads and that kind of stuff. Okay, we're going to zoom in a little bit. Oop. Good thing I'm not a surgeon. And then we want our forester to be right there. We're going to put our herbalist. It's good to have the herbalist out in the woods because that's where the herbs grow, or the herbs grow, and it's probably what this stuff is here, the green. I don't know though. Just me guessing. The house there. We want a road to go this way. And then we want a storage. 6x6 storage. There. And the reason for that is, we want, as they cut wood, we want them to have a place to store it. Don't want to go too far up that road. And then we will do a home here. And here. Pause. Get rid of any road that is sticking out there. Because what we don't want, we want the most ground available for trees. Oh, that was like way off. Put our hunter's lodge there, hunting cabin. Put 2 homes here. The road will go there. Up to there, because we'll also put our wood cutter here. Want a wood cutter well, I don't know if I got that right. We want a wood cutter here in the forest where we're cutting the trees, so that we are being efficient. And then we want a house here. Now what that does is that complex will require 15 workers. And so we put in 8 houses to support those 15 workers. That is what that is all about there. All right. What we don't want, so now I can close this, I can close that. what we'll want to do is we'll want to have the forester lodge built first, so that they can go in and plant and make this all nice and green with the trees creating, you know, the food for the gatherer before we move the gatherer over here. And we'll want to clear out all of these rocks, all of this iron out of this, well, so I do want to put this back up, out of the gatherer's radius, because every place there's a rock or a piece of iron, then you know, a tree can't grow and an herb can't grow, and food can't grow. So, okay, let's get started. Okay, now we did that. And now our cemetery is a 15 by 11 complex. So if we actually go out this way, oh, gosh darn it. Can I make that a priority? Yes, very good. Yeah, we're up to 1,188 food, so okay. So again, it's a little bit different from what I normally do, but I mean, one of the benefits of this cookie cutter way of doing it, I know like how and where things should go, that it's easy to adapt. Okay. And so, yes, let's go ahead and build this Forester's Lodge. Yeah, it's already cleared. That's good. Don't have to remove anything to build it. Just have to deliver the materials. 201. This takes 48 stone. I think I'm going to build, after we build this, we're going to build the cemetery, I think. Before anyone dies. Now, it's unusual for anyone to die in the first year, or even I think within the first 5 years, but it does happen. People are already dropping in health. Look, they've got berries, mushrooms, roots, onions, more than just potato like they were eating before. You'd think they would be, that'd make them healthier. And I do like how Banished does this. You know, shows the progress of the buildings. I know there are plenty of games that do that. I'm just saying I do like the way Banished does it. Or that Banished does it. Okay, I need to pause because we also need to build a woodcutter, and this needs to be priority. So we don't want to cut. And we only want to, so we'll plant. Got all caught up with that. We're getting low in firewood. Need to build a woodcutter quickly. That little symbol just means that, you know, we're at our limit, which right now is at 200. And you see we're at 424. You know, I'm not going to do that one first. I'm going to do this one. Because this is actually where most of the wood's stored right now, not over here. We're not cutting over here, so probably not going to get a lot of wood over here. Early spring. So we're going to build this house right here. So that we can get, you know, that the forester can live close to home. That'll be our additional home, and then we're going to build this guy here where we're going to move a home. Alright, let's hurry up and build a house. Let's not take all year to build a house. Okay, finally. Lynette, a laborer, moved in. So we're going to destroy this house. 4 people now are homeless. Let's build this house. No, we want the forester living there. Okay, while that is going on, what we want to do is we want to come in here, and right where our road is, we want to remove the stone from that quarter of our forestry center, or camp, or settlement, whatever we want to call it. Okay, we're catching up with firewood. Still kind of looks like we're still kind of maintaining the amount of stored food. Our tools are starting to run a little low. So I think we'll go ahead and put in a blacksmith. Make this a priority. So we don't run out of tools hacking at rocks and iron, building roads while we're waiting to build this. So there probably, probably going to be a lot of silence in this game as we just watch them work. It does take them a while to do stuff. Yay, our foresters moved in. The laborer moved out. Very good. So we're now caught up on our firewood. I probably could have waited till he was down to maybe 15 or so, but it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to tools, because if you run out of tools, you can go into a death spiral pretty quickly. Okay, did we clear all that out? Looks like maybe we did. So let's, from here, let's do all of this. And we're just clearing the ground so that we can plant trees. We can see all the new trees being planted by our foresters. We have 299 wood. I don't think we're hurting for wood. We're not hurting for wood. I think though I am going to say cut, because I think in this case they'll cut down these old dead trees before they fall and we lose that wood, I think. Well, we only started out with 8 cows, now we have 12. We don't have any beef though. Reserve firewood is low. Everybody's grabbing firewood for the winter. I mean, one what is he called? Woodcutter should be able to provide plenty of firewood. People hoarding firewood. It's funny that whenever this game came out, one of the things that the citizens here do is they do hoard supplies. You know, if you look at inventory, it's got all this, and so this is all what's in the house. And if there isn't enough to go around, it's not like everybody cuts back so everybody can have something. If this house is the first to the storage or to the barn, they'll just grab all the food that their house can store, which means then that they could empty out the barn and other houses go hungry. And people complained about the hoarding and saying that doesn't happen in real life, that's not realistic. But then, hey, we found out during COVID, right, with all the hoarding of the toilet paper, yeah, well, maybe that is realistic. And the hoarding of food that occurred that caused shortages in food, yeah, so, you know, turns out it was realistic. Alright, so we're kind of recovering in tools. I'm going to pause him now. Well, I would. I don't know how to pause them though. Oh, work. That's how long it's been since I played. Forgot how to pause. Because we have 43 and we don't need to be using iron if we don't need to, because as you can see, this takes log and an iron. And we're recovering on firewood, so that's good. They're not going to cut as long as we're at over 240 or over 200. So it looks like they've cleared out that quarter. Let's go ahead and start working on this so we get some more wood. Wow, Isamaran? A child named Isamaran was born? Well, that's a unique name. 12 cows. Only 10 coats, but we don't have anything to make coats with, so I mean, I guess for fuel, let's increase this not to 300 to 250. So the cemetery is built. Very good. And now let's get rid of all of the stone and iron pieces over here in our little forest complex. Late spring. What am I doing? I should have been building houses. It's a new house here. Try to build a new house, one new house every spring. I'm getting a late start though. Because I was too focused on that other stuff over there. Wow, we got a lot of laborers now. Well, let's bump this up to 4. Which is what it was when it was first built, right? If I remember correctly. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of this house. And instead, we'll build this one over here. We don't need a builder and a laborer over here. We need the ranchers, the herdsmen. It's kind of like Timberborn in the way that you want to keep growing. You'll need to keep growing in order to be able to run all the different industries and things that you need to run. Oh, they're going to try and force me to build another house. Okay. Did they clear all this out? Looks like maybe they did. Now let's build our school. So now they had me build 2 houses this time. Great. I'm not sure I want to grow that fast. Okay, and then we want to get rid of all the stone in this quarter. Oop, 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 oop. And iron in this quarter. There is no iron in this quarter. But and then that will make sure that will have cleared all of the stone and iron out of our forestry area. And I can go ahead and close that now. Haven't killed any cows, so we don't have any hides. We're almost out of clothes. Means people will be colder than normal, but hey, it happens, I guess. Okay, and now we want to get rid of all of these resources here. "22 adults, 0 students, and 13 children so far, but they'll be having to go to school here pretty soon." Next thing we're going to build is going to be the hunting cabin, so that maybe we can start getting some hides, so we can start building or making clothes. But clothes, having coats, I think basically that's what that is. Yeah, coats. It isn't that important. You're not going to go into any kind of death spiral or something because you don't have coats. But I think what happens is that the people don't stay out and work as long when it's cold. They go and they need to go and get warm sooner than they would otherwise. Well, that is all the time that we have for this episode. We've done a few things, but hope you enjoyed it. Nice little casual gameplay there. We filled up our forestry complex storage with stone and iron, which is not really what we want, but you know, we can't really say, hey, don't put stone or iron there. We'd rather want that to be logs so that we can, you know, the woodcutter later can use it to cut wood. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and hope you have a fantastic day and that you'll come back and join us whenever we come back to continue our work here. Thank you.